Alright, strap in everyone. I'm going off the rails, no script. This is my first real official rant video. Am I a real YouTuber now? I got a copyright strike yesterday and now I'm making a rant video? Oof, my YouTube dreams are coming true. Okay. So, it's frustrating. Ice Queendom. We all know about it. Here comes Rooster Teeth slamming their way into the anime scene because they were so frustrated that everyone kept saying RWBY wasn't a real anime and they were like openly super salty about it.
He's stuff.
Remember, we're not an anime.
Yeah, no, we're not an anime at all. Absolutely not an anime.
Yeah, just throw that around in your fun behind the scenes video. Oh, people keep saying our anime's not a real anime. We'll show them. Well, now they do have a real anime. And everyone was losing their minds. Everyone was so excited, including me. This looks great. This looks amazing. And Rooster Teeth has continually dropped every single ball in regards to the release of Ice Queendom. So for a long time, it was like, when is it even gonna happen? We didn't get any information. Finally, it's like, oh, it's gonna be summer, and it's like, alright, that's kind of vague, but that's cool. Finally, really recently, we get the information. There's gonna be, like, a YouTube thing that's being aired live, and that's gonna be on Crunchyroll, and simultaneously, Rooster Teeth's website. Cool. We have options. We can do something with that, and we have a set time. It was, set to, like Japanese Standard Time, which, doing the math, it translated to like 3 a.m. my time, approximately. And that's all it said. It just said this point in time, on this day, on these two websites, Crunchyroll and Rooster Teeth first. So I, like a normal human being, hear that and I automatically assume, yes, that's when it's going to be available on both websites, but apparently, no! I wake up today, I go to the Rooster Teeth website, and there's nothing. You type in Ice Queendom into their search bar, and you don't even get, like, a trailer for Ice Queendom. You just get the death battle with Weiss versus some bitch, I don't know. I don't watch Death Battle, alright? But it was on Crunchyroll. I went and I checked Crunchyroll, and it's on there, but why is it on Rooster Teeth? So, for some reason, no one, at any point in time, decided to ever explain that the Rooster Teeth first website wouldn't be getting the episodes until hours. Literal hours. Like, I wanted to be kind of optimistic. I made a tweet at 8 a.m. because that's when I woke up, and I was like, it should be ready for me to watch right now. And I went to my computer and there was just nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. And I was like, why? And I was like, maybe I'm being preemptive. Like, Cal tweeted, like, I made a tweet and Cal answered and she was like, yeah, maybe it's just gonna happen at the same time that normal RWBY episodes come out, which is about 9 a.m. my time. Okay, cool, that's fine. And then that happens and no, nothing happened. I was like, maybe it's a time zone difference thing. Maybe it's 10. Nope. And not until noon my time. A whole 9 hours after the point in time that they had announced the episodes were going to be available. And it's not that it's available at noon. That's not what bothers me. That's a totally reasonable point in time to release an episode. It's the fact that they did not convey this information at all. Every single place, every single fucking, like, Twitter account, the Rooster Teeth site, the community tab on Rooster Teeth, all of them, they did not express that Rooster Teeth first was gonna be last. Even fucking piracy sites had the episodes available before Rooster Teeth first has them. And it's frustrating because there's just, and this is not the only thing that they've dropped the ball on. They have yet to get back to Cal, at least from what I'm aware of right now as I'm recording this, when it comes to, like, reactions to Ice Queendom. How's that gonna work? We don't know, and we're just not telling. Like, yeah, they're doing the best they can, but the radio silence is concerning. And, like, last minute, they were like, because the entire time leading out to it was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be both English and Japanese at the same time. English dub and Japanese dub. But now suddenly, last minute, like 2 days before the episodes finally drop, they announce, actually, JK, turns out simulcasting's a lot tougher than we expected it to be. So it's not gonna be that way. And no ETA at all on when the English dub is gonna be happening. For months, feeding us this information, and then right at the last second, just going, nope, never mind, JK, and no information on when it's gonna happen. And the fact that the episode's released at noon, but there was nothing implying it was gonna be noon for me at my time. There's no time. anywhere. Not even a hint that it wasn't gonna be at the same time zone. And now I'm like, is that how it's gonna be for all the episodes? Like, is Crunchyroll gonna get them at 3 in the morning and I'm gonna get it at noon for every subsequent episode that comes out? If so, that's a really big fucking hassle, because now I need to try to avoid spoilers for 9 hours until I can get to the episodes. And you might be sitting there asking, why not just get a Crunchyroll membership? Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, I really hate Crunchyroll. I think it is a terrible website. It is terribly put together. I don't like it. I don't like its services, and I don't watch anything on Crunchyroll. I have other streaming servers. I have Funimation, you know, I have an account to Funimation. Everything I want to watch is on there. I hate using Crunchyroll. And also, the Rooster Teeth website is cheaper. It's $5.99 a month to get a first membership, but it's $7.99 a month to get a Crunchyroll premium membership. So, like, yeah, $2 might not sound like a lot, but those $2 add up when you go throughout the different months. Do I want to pay for a service that I don't even like the website for? Or would I rather pay a cheaper price for a website that I do actually think works pretty well? So the lack of transparency on the whole release schedule is one thing, and then the other thing is, a lot of people don't get the option. Not everyone can just willy-nilly just get a bunch of different streaming premium memberships for a million different services, you know? Not everyone can afford to have both a first membership and a Crunchyroll membership. The thing is, they presented it as if we had options, and then they just lied about what all the differences in those options were. If they were open about it from the beginning, I wouldn't be this upset. Like if it was like, yeah, one's gonna be on Crunchyroll and one's gonna be on Rooster Teeth, but the Rooster Teeth one is gonna be on a different time zone than the Crunchyroll one. Because then I would be fine, because I would know what I'd be getting into. Because when you present me with a product and say I have options, but don't tell me what those options are and the differences between them, then that's pretty scummy in the world of, like, professional advertising your product. Like, imagine if Pokemon was like, here's Pokemon Orange version, and here's Pokemon Teal version. But then they didn't tell you what the actual differences in those games were. That's bad advertising, and that's really, really unprofessional. And the thing that really gets me, like, they presented it as if it was gonna be simultaneous. Nothing anywhere on any Twitter or any official site said anything that was gonna be different. And that's what's really grinding my fucking gears. And just like, could you imagine if any other actually professional company did anything like this? It's like, here's the new season of MasterChef. It's gonna be on, you know, Hulu. It's gonna be on Hulu at this time, on this day. It's gonna be on Hulu and Netflix. And then you go to your Hulu subscription, and then there's not there, and then no one says anything, and everyone's like, you said it was gonna be on Hulu, and they're like, oh, but it's on Netflix. It's like, but I don't want to pay for a Netflix subscription if I already have a Hulu one. A lot of people, like, RWBY is a Rooster Teeth property. I bet me and a lot of other people probably got first memberships preemptively expecting to get the product they're advertising. Instead, they advertised a product and then yanked our chains around and just told us nothing about how late the product was going to be delivered. And it's the lack of fucking transparency. If Hulu did something like that, it would get so shit on. That would be terrible for that fucking company. And it should be terrible for Rooster Teeth. This is their product. They should be the ones in charge of this, especially it's their website, their subscription service. They're the ones who, this is their property, their show on their website. They should be the ones to tell us about these time zone differences and other things like that. And the worst part is, no one. You know how I heard that, oh, it will be announced today, eventually? Like the Rooster Teeth support Twitter. And it wasn't even an official tweet, it was a reply to a reply. A reply to a reply. That's how I've had to find out this information. None of the actual official RWBY Twitter accounts, or official Queendom Twitter accounts, or Rooster Teeth accounts, nowhere on the community website, or anywhere. Nowhere could I find this information, except for a tech support, and even then, it wasn't even a real time frame. It was, we're gonna get it eventually. Fuck you, Rooster Teeth. This is how you're gonna start your, oh, we're a real professional company with a real professional anime, and this is how you're gonna start? This is a real fucking lackluster start to your super cool fancy anime. Give us more money, please. Fuck off. You don't deserve money after fucking service like this. Transparency. That's all I fucking would want. That's all I would care for. Some openness, some trans fucking parency. Rooster Teeth was the company that was so hugely connected to its community. That was the biggest thing. That's the whole point of RTX, to celebrate the community. They would do so many things with community members, and they would be so open and honest about every aspect about their production and behind the scenes things. Whenever anything went wrong behind the scenes or with production or whatever it was, they were always so open about it. And nowadays, it's like radio silence. Where's the transparency? Where's the care for your community? You know, the one you keep touting yourself on, like, ooh, it's because of the fans. Obviously not. Who treats their fans this way? Even from just a basic, like, business standpoint, who would do this? Who thinks this is a professional and acceptable way to approach this topic of don't tell them anything. Don't say anything. Let them think it's gonna be one way, but then not even clarify when it's actually gonna fucking happen. Whether it was always planned to air 9 hours after the original airing on Crunchyroll, whether it was always planned to be that way, or something went wrong behind the scenes and it just happened to fall out this way. I am pissed right now. This is so unprofessional. I did not want to start Ice Queendom being this upset, but this is just a bad way to start this series, you know? Rooster Teeth fucking failed its community today. That is disgusting.